Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. It looks like I'm live. I will take a minute or two to let other people come in. This is not a live stream that I had planned for today, but I actually have a work event in less than 2 hours, so I didn't have time to put a video out. I was coaching earlier. I went to the gym earlier, or not the gym. I went to go for a walk earlier, so I haven't had time. So I want to do this live stream really quick to go over what the last couple of days look like for me, but I'm also doing this live stream because I need to be accountable, to be transparent, to be honest with all of you. I know that the last time that I live streamed, I was going through a bit of a struggle. For those that might not be aware, on Sunday, which was the 13th, I believe, of July, was it the 13th? The 14th of July. So on the 14th of July, on Sunday, I had a very strong urge to binge. It was the first time that I've had an urge to binge in 9 months. 252 days. It was the first time I've had something so strong and so overwhelming that I wasn't sure how to handle it. Rachel, hi. Waving back. How are you? Cassandra. Hi, Jerome. Hi, Cassandra. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, everyone. Hey, Coach. Hi, Mark. How's it going? Surprise live. It is. It is. Marlana. Hello. Happy to see you. Happy to see you as well. Spirited Traveler. Phew, thank God. So here's the thing. I know a lot of people reached out to me. I know a lot of people were emailing me, DMing me, asking me if I was okay. I appreciate all the concern. First and foremost, I'm okay. I'm doing fine. I appreciate everyone's support and concern. I appreciate everyone's support this past Sunday with what I was going through. So I'm going to take some time today to go over how things have been for me. And this might be very short because I have to head down to an event. For those that don't know, I work as a professional photographer, videographer, and I have an event to do today. So as soon as I finish that, I'm headed out. But it is very nice to see all of you here. So thank you all. Thank you all. Spike, hi. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, so let me go over everything, I guess. Let me try to do it as quickly and as concise as I can. So today is Wednesday, July 17th. Today is day 255 of my fasting journey. 255 days is 9+ months of what I'm doing. This live stream right now is unexpected, but again, like I said, I didn't have time to put a video together, and I just wanted to update everyone with where I'm at. This is an accountability check. This is a place where I need to be accountable to all of you because this is what helps me get through my journey. Being accountable is so important to me because without accountability, it is so easy for me to hide, run away, make excuses of why I can't do X, Y, and Z, why I can't fast for this long, why I'm eating this way. Being accountable, being transparent, being honest, for me, it is probably the biggest thing that has led me to my success when it comes to losing weight, to fasting, to keeping the weight off. So let me rewind back to Sunday. Sunday, like I said, was the first day in 9 months that I had a very, very strong urge to binge. I woke up that Sunday, so I ate the day before. I ate on Saturday. I know on my last live stream, I called it a barbecue. It really wasn't a barbecue. It was an outdoor party. Every time something's done outdoors, I always just assume it's a barbecue, but it wasn't a barbecue. Anyway, I ate a ton of junk at that party. And then I ate when I came home. And then when I woke up Sunday, I gained 9.4 pounds. That was the biggest amount of weight that I have gained on one refeed. I've never gained 9+ pounds on one refeed. And last Sunday was it. If you're not sure why I had the mindset that I did, you can watch my live stream from Sunday. But on that Sunday, I had a really bad day. And during that bad day, out of nowhere, I just had this urge to binge. It just literally came from nowhere. 9 months of not having that urge to all of a sudden just it rushing was just unexpected. I want to remind people that before 250 plus days ago, I was binging for probably 2+ years straight, every single day, probably eating 10, 15,000 plus calories every day, just a straight binge every single day, throwing away my health, throwing away my life. And then to do 250 plus days of not binging, huge success to me. That's how I see it. So to have those feelings come from nowhere all of a sudden reminded me that it just doesn't go away. That urge to binge, the issues I have with my eating disorder, it just doesn't go away. Yes, I go to therapy. Yes, I have been, I've been accountable. I've been doing all the things that I need to do, but it just doesn't go away overnight. But goddamn, I've held it off for 9 months, right? When I had those feelings of binging in the morning, because it happened in the morning, when I had those feelings, I didn't want to do my coaching sessions for the day. I wanted to cancel the coaching sessions. I wanted to cancel the live stream I had Sunday night. I didn't want to go for my walk. I didn't even walk that Sunday in the morning because I had these other plans. So I didn't do anything. So in my head, I was like, well, this day is shot. It's raining out. It's shitty out. I don't feel good. I didn't sleep well the night before. I gained 9 pounds because I ate whatever the night before. What's another day, right? In my head, I wanted to cancel and throw everything out the window and just start over. But I didn't. I ended up coaching that Sunday. I still coached. And the people that I coached, I even told them that I was having a shitty day. I was sharing my thoughts when it came to that. I was sharing that I had an urge to binge. Even though I didn't walk Sunday, I ended up walking later in the afternoon. In between coaching sessions, I had about an hour and a half break. And I said, you know what? Let me at least walk for an hour. And I did. I walked for an hour. So I still did these things, even though there was a part of me that didn't want to do any of it at all. On the last 20 minutes, I didn't even mention this. On the last 20 minutes of my walk that day, it rained on me. If you look at the thumbnail from Sunday, that's a picture of me wet because of the rain. It had dried some as I was coming back. It had stopped, but there was like a quick pour down and it sucked. It just, for me, I'm like, of course it's going to rain again because what a shitty day. And then Sunday evening, I live streamed. I didn't have to live stream. I could have canceled the live stream. I could have made some excuse. I could have lied to you all. And when I say that because that is the nature of what I do when I feel like binging, when I feel like just eating whatever I want and forgetting about everything. I throw everything away. That it can come to that. And I told myself, I said, you know what? If you're going to binge, you're at least going to be honest about it. And that's why I still live streamed. And that's why I had that live stream on Sunday. And I shared everything that I shared with all of you who were watching that day. It's been 3 days since, right? And I know a lot of people have been reaching out to me, asking me how I've been. So let's just kind of, cut to the chase here. So Sunday night after the live stream, I felt very emotional, but I felt that the live stream was very helpful for me. Why? Because I was accountable, because I was honest, because I got what I needed to get out of my system and share and vent. And that is why I think these live streams are so important. Most of the time, I feel like I have myself in check. And that's why when I talk to people in chat or in the comments, I tell people to share. I tell people to open up because sometimes that can be helpful for you. It was very helpful for me. It was eye-opening for me to realize that I'm lucky to have an outlet to be able to share my feelings when I feel like binging. So when the live stream ended on Sunday, I ate. Sunday was not supposed to be a day I was supposed to eat. Sunday was supposed to be a day I was going to fast. It was a fasting day. It was the first time in 252 days. It was the first time in 9 months where I ate on a day that I told myself I should be fasting. That hasn't happened before. But I'm also very proud that it's the first time it's happened in 9 months. I'm very proud that it's the first time I've had an urge to binge in 9 months. Here's the thing. I actually recorded what I ate that day, so you could all understand, so that I could be accountable of what I ate, because I said, you know what, if you're going to do this to yourself, you might as well at least film it. So I'm going to take a minute here and I will show that to all of you. Everyone, for accountability's sake, I want to make sure that even though I am eating on a day where I should be fasting, I want to make sure that I show you all that today is not going to be a binge. I have told myself not to make it a binge, that it doesn't have to be a binge, that I can just eat. And that's my plan. I'm currently 20 hours and 22 minutes into my fast, so I'm ending that right now. I have a Caesar salad here. I did add extra cheese and extra dressing. I didn't have croutons, so I couldn't put extra croutons, which is a little disappointing, but that's what I'm starting off with. I have Brussels sprouts and Italian sausage cooking for now. I have 2 bananas. 16 minutes into my refeed, I have about half a pound of pineapple here. Still waiting for the Brussels sprouts and Italian sausage to finish. So got a protein bar here. Again, just showing all of this for accountability. Brussels sprouts and Italian sausages, cashews, chicken tenders, honey mustard, barbecue sauce. Oh my God, okay. So I fell asleep for like the last, I don't know, hour or so. It's like 1:30 in the morning. I really should just go to sleep, but I have pie and I have, I think, a cookie, and then I'm gonna call it. I know I should just go to sleep, but this might just be a habit thing for me that I have to finish with dessert. I don't know. It's okay. So I'm gonna eat this and then I'm gonna call it, and I'll let you know what time I hit my timer at. Okay, so I didn't binge. I didn't binge on Sunday. I ate that. I fell asleep in between eating, and that was it. And that was what I ate that day. Even though it wasn't supposed to be a day I was supposed to eat, even though that was supposed to be a day I was supposed to fast, I look at that as a big W. Yes, I ate back-to-back days on a day I wasn't supposed to because I didn't plan for it, but I didn't binge. I look at that as a huge win. I thank all of you for being here to help support me throughout that time too. That is progress. That is progress. And here's the thing, even if I did binge that evening, that's still progress, because that would be the first binge in 252 days. But I can say here now, today's 255 days, and I haven't binged. That's what I ate. It wasn't crazy. I didn't go nuts on anything. It was my standard, typical refeed. So what happened after that? I woke up the next day. I slept really well. I walked for an hour and 45 minutes. I coached, I worked, and I went to bed and I fasted that first day. Yesterday, I woke up again. I went to the gym to lift. I went for a walk. I coached, and I got through a second day of fasting. Today, no different. I coached, I walked, and then currently I am, just so you can see here, I'm currently 61 hours and 15 minutes into my fast. I will be breaking later tonight after I finish the event that I have to be shooting. And then I start again. I do it again. There are two things that I want to bring up here. And when I say two things, I'm going to say two comments. There were two comments on my last live stream, and they were the most thumbs up comments. And I want to go through both of them. I'll go through the first one. Oh, that's not the right comment. That was for another day. Hold on here. Wrong comment. There we go. That was on a different video, but let me share this here. Okay. So Jenny, hi Jenny, if you're seeing this, consistency through imperfection is what got you here in the first place. Jenny's completely right. That's why I always talk about imperfect consistency. None of us are perfect, which is why you're always preaching to us about consistency. Breaking your fast early may not be perfect, but we have faith in your ability to stay consistent and jump right back into a fast. Thanks for showing up and showing your vulnerability. Thank you, Jenny, for the kind comment. I appreciate that. And Jenny's completely right. This is a moment for us to embrace imperfect consistency. You've heard me say it so many times that it has, we have these thoughts of doing everything in this perfect manner. We have to fast for X amount of hours. We have to exercise for these many steps. We have to eat the cleanest. We have to do all these things, and we pound it and pile it up on top of each other. And then when we get to that point, we're just like, man, this is a lot. And for a lot of us, we kind of fall and we falter when that happens. And that's why through the practice of imperfect consistency, that it doesn't have to be perfect, that it just has to be consistent, that really rings true. Jenny really had it nailed down. Everything I've been doing is out of consistency, and none of it has been perfect. It might seem perfect to some of you. Some of you might be watching this and might be saying, well, I want to fast for that long. Well, the question is, or maybe my response to that is, if you can't fast for that long, how's your diet? How's your eating? Are you working on that part of your consistency? Are you being better when it comes to eating? Are you being better when it comes to being mindful about the calories you consume? Are you being consistent about your exercise? Are you still doing the things you need to do? Here's a perfect example. I wanted to binge on Sunday. That's what I wanted to do. Just because I wanted to binge on Sunday, does that mean I throw everything away? Because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to throw everything away. I didn't want to coach, but I coached. I didn't want to live stream, but I live streamed. I didn't want to walk, but I walked. I did all those things, and by the end of the night, I ended up not binging. I ended up practicing what I've been doing, eating the things I wanted to eat, being mindful about it, and it didn't turn into a binge. I'm proud of myself for getting that far. So let me go ahead. I'm going to share this next clip because I want to share with you weight and where I'm at weight-wise. So let me throw this up here. Okay, so I'm gonna share this with you. If you remember, on Sunday, July 7th, which is 10 days ago, that was the day I weighed in after my 6-day vacation. I had jumped up to 155.6 pounds. And then you'll see on July 13th, so less than a week after eating 6 days in a row and gaining almost 20 pounds, I lost almost 16 pounds, getting down to 140.4 pounds by doing 2 65-hour fasts. Or is that one? No, it was 190. I'm forgetting now. Anyway, I had lost a considerable amount of weight after my 6-day vacation. And if you see on Sunday, which was the day I live streamed, that is where I gained 9.4 pounds in one day, right? And it threw me off. I felt shitty about it. I had a bad day, and that's the day I wanted to binge. And here's the thing. So I ended up eating Sunday night, and this is where I landed on Monday. is 150.8 pounds. So I gained an additional pound eating what you just saw me eat that I showed all of you. I just gained another pound on top of that. I'm sure I was bloated on Sunday and probably some of that bloat pushed itself out, but now I'm up 10 pounds, right? I'm up 10.4 pounds from where I was at on Saturday. So here is me on Tuesday. So Tuesday after, so Monday, Monday was the first day I fasted. I walked for an hour and 45 minutes. The following Tuesday, which is probably 25-ish or maybe a little more after, I had already gone down from 150 down to 144.6. Okay. And then here's today. Today's Wednesday, July 17th. 140.2 pounds is where I'm at today. So this goes to show that the consistency is such an important piece of where I'm at. I could have beat myself up about eating back-to-back days, about wanting to binge, but here I am back in my maintenance range. I'm back down to 140 pounds again by completing a 65-hour fast. I'm not even done with the 65-hour fast. That was less than 65 hours, and I'm back to where I'm at. Here's the thing. That feeling of wanting to binge, it was very strong on Sunday. The problem is that feeling came back again on Monday. It wasn't as strong, but there was a part of me that just really wanted to eat. I really had a big urge to eat that day, and I'm glad I was able to push through and fast. Yesterday, Tuesday, there was a very small part of me that wanted to, but it was already waning away. Today, I don't have an inkling of that because I'm refeeding today. I want people to remember that one time that I had an urge to binge in 252 days, one time in 9 months, that's a hell of a lot better than having that urge to binge and binging for 2+ years in a row prior to me starting my journey. I want you to remember that because I want to talk about the second comment that was thumbs up. So I'm going to go over this because it's a fairly long comment, but I want to break this down. So this comment says, I'm definitely not telling you what to do, but I do have a suggestion, which I'm very open to suggestions and I'm very open to constructive criticism. I totally am. It's likely that the big contrast between your eating and your fasting is not realistic over the long term. I'll say that again. It's likely that the big contrast between your eating and your fasting is not realistic over the long term. So what I'm getting out of this is they're saying that the way I eat and the amount I fast is not going to be sustainable. I just remind you that it's been 9 months. 65-hour fasts, they're not a lot for me. What happened on Sunday was a completely different type of feeling. It is a feeling of somebody who has dealt with a binge eating disorder for decades, okay? What I do isn't going to be for everyone either, which is why I never tell people how long to fast for. I never tell people how to eat. I never tell people how long to refeed. I know that this works for me because I have tried everything else. I just want to go over this because of what this means to me. So you've realized massive progress with this strategy over the past few months, and it might be time to adopt a different approach. Yes, I've had massive progress with this strategy. Now, there's talk here about a different approach, but I want to point out that my approach has changed over time. The way I eat has changed over time. The way I fast has changed over time. The way I exercise has changed over time. Everything I'm doing is changing over time. I started doing 90-hour fasts. I haven't done 90-hour fasts on a consistent basis for months since I got to my goal weight back in March. If I were in your position, I would bank my progress, switch to an OMAD approach with much more focus on the quality of food. I mean, here's the thing. It's a great idea. I would recommend OMAD and eating quality foods to everyone as well. The problem is, I don't think I'm there yet. I don't know if I'll ever be in a position to eat OMAD. My goal ultimately would be to maybe do ADF and do 42-hour fasts. Focus on quality food. What I just showed earlier with what I ate, I felt like was pretty quality. Quality might be subjective from person to person, but I also will never eat perfect. I am just not that person. I ate a salad. Mind you, this was on my Sunday where I wanted to binge. I gave myself opportunity to eat whatever I wanted. I ate a salad. I had bananas. I had a protein bar. I had Brussels sprouts and Italian sausage. I had cashews, and I had pie. Pie is probably the biggest culprit here. But I feel like the food choices I've been making has been a lot cleaner than it has been in the past. And even if it wasn't, the way I look at it is, and this goes for anyone, the diet that works for you is the one that will sustain you in the long run, for the long term. It doesn't mean that you can't change and adapt, because when I first started refeeding, I refed eating fast food, from fast food place to fast food place to fast food place, right? I have changed that over time. I front load with fruits and vegetables and meat. I eat salads. I'm 43. I never ate salads until I started fasting. I have never done this. So for me to do that, that's already me doing big things. That's already me changing what I've been doing. Removing the toxic processed foods and replacing with an all-natural and organic diet would be my choice moving forwards. Again, it's great advice, but also I know I'm not perfect. I'm not going to eat the cleanest foods all day, every day, 24/7. I am not that person. I will never be that person. That's just me. I try to eat as clean as I can, but I also want to enjoy what I eat, because one, I only eat once every 3 days. Sure, if I ate OMAD, maybe I could do it. Maybe it's something that I would love to try in the future, but I'm not there yet. I'm not there. You could still have a cheat day once a month or so, but really getting past the desire for these foods is where the real quote unquote juice lies. See, I don't really agree with that. Getting past the desire for these foods, the problem, me having the urge to binge, has nothing to do with me craving pie that I had on Sunday night. It wasn't me craving Italian sausage. That wasn't why I had the urge to binge. The reason I have the urge to binge is because it's been a habit of mine for decades. It's because of my eating disorder. It's something that I'm working through therapy. It's something that I'm working through every day. It isn't just a thing of, hey, just do this, because I have already tried that. I've tried everything. And what I'm doing right now is what works for me. And I'm slowly moving into progress. I'm slowly changing what I'm doing over time. I want people to understand that this isn't a, hey, just do, because you know what? This would be no different if I coached someone and they said, hey, Jerome, I want to lose 100 pounds. I'd say, well, fast, don't eat. You'll lose 100 pounds. Just fast until you lose 100 pounds. There you go. There's your coaching session. We know it doesn't work that way. There is the missing piece for so many, what I see is people forget about what's happening here. Can it be something that you can do on a consistent basis? Can it be something that feels good for you? When you talk about cheat day, I don't even like to look at things as a cheat day anymore. They're not a cheat day. They're just my refeed days. They're days I get to eat whatever I want with no restrictions. When I am placed under restriction, it does something to me mentally. I don't like that. It's just hard for me, which is why when I coach anyone, I don't tell them you should eat this way. I might suggest, like you're suggesting, but this feels like, I guess maybe it's my own internal things I have to deal with. Sherry with a $5 super chat. Sherry, thank you for the support. Thank you for the super chat. No one knows what healthy foods are. Depending on who you are, salads and veggies are trying to kill you. Some say meat is bad. No one knows for sure. Sherry, thank you so much for the $5 donation. And you know what? That's the thing too, is these things change over time. Sometimes they say this is good, this is bad, this is, for me, I just keep things open. I really don't like to restrict in any type of way, because I know that once I do, it really messes with my head. It puts me in a place that I don't want to be, because I've tried all those things before. I've tried different ways to do it. This is what works for me now. This is what works for me and still shows me good blood work. This is what works for me and has gotten me to lose this weight and keep it off. That's the important thing here, is that I'm able to lose this weight and keep it off, doing what I'm doing where it doesn't feel like torture, where it doesn't feel like I'm being deprived, where it doesn't feel like I'm being restricted. I am not saying that anything you suggested is bad. All I'm saying is I'm not there yet, and I appreciate the suggestion. I just don't feel myself at that point at the moment. I don't know if I will ever be there. It's just who I am and what I'm doing. Taking a more moderate approach over the next year with a shift in mindset toward health rather than weight could be the beginning of your next chapter. My mindset towards health is always been there. I do this for my health. I just got my blood work done. My numbers were great. Everything was great. I wasn't deficient in anything. My A1C was great. All the numbers looked where they needed to be. And I want people to look at this too, because I'm going to share this in a second here. There's this thought that what I'm doing is extreme, that people think that I have been doing 90+ hour fasts forever, that I'm eating 6,000 calories every single refeed. Maybe I am. I haven't really counted as often as I have been lately, but I'm going to share this right now, just so you understand. Here is, and I put this together to really show the difference. This is a slide here that shows my weight loss phase versus my current maintenance phase, okay? My weight loss phase when I first started fasting versus what I have been doing now since March, I believe, 22nd. In the first 138 days of my journey, in November of 2023 to March of 2024, I completed 34 fasts, right? That was my weight loss phase. Currently, I have done 47 fasts in 118 days on my maintenance phase. That's 13 more fasts in 20 less days. What does that mean? That means that I am not fasting for as long as I did during my weight loss phase. So I'm no longer fasting for 90 hours. I'm fasting for much shorter amount of time. I'm refeeding more often, more frequently. So, okay, now that you have that in mind, we'll take a look at the numbers here. My average fast during my weight loss phase was 93 hours and 4 minutes. So out of those 34 fasts, I have been fasting for 93 hours and 4 minutes to lose the weight. Since then, I have done 47 fasts, and it's averaged 53 hours and 42 minutes. That's 40 hours less. I have been fasting for 40 hours less than I did when I first started fasting. 40 hours is what? We're talking a little less than 2 days of a fast versus me fasting for 4 days. That's nearly double the time, half the time that I'm fasting at this point. The refeeds, 4 hours and 23 minutes during my weight loss phase, and my refeed since maintenance has been 2+ hours, 6.5 hours on my maintenance phase. I'm fasting less. I'm eating for longer. I'm having vacation in the middle of these times. I'm giving myself grace. I'm not as strict. But here's the kicker out of all of this, okay? I want you all to see this. During my weight loss phase, I got to my goal weight of 139.8 pounds on day 138. Remember, look at this. Remember, let's not forget, my average fast is 40 hours less than what I was doing the first time around. Day 142, I hit a new record low during my maintenance phase of 137.8. Day 148, another new low, 137.6. Day 224, what is that, 80 plus days later, something like that? Another new low, 136.8. Day 230, 106.6. Day 233, 136.4. Day 239, which is about 2 weeks ago, I hit my lowest weight of 135.8 pounds. I have been fasting for less. I have been eating more frequently. I have been eating at a longer time frame, and I'm still continuing to lose weight. This is imperfect consistency. This is also to show all of you who are thinking about doing these extended fasts that maybe you don't have to. Maybe you can give yourself some grace, fast for less, trust the process, practice imperfect consistency, go and go and go again. You will find progress. You will find success doing it. I think that's all I wanted to show when it came to that. I just want people to understand that what I did on day 1 is so different than what I'm doing right now on day 255. But I think sometimes people can't see that because they're so used to me fasting for a long time and eating a ton of food. And I'm not saying that I'm not fasting for a long time. I am. It's just not as long as it used to be. My eating, I know, has changed over time, but so has my exercise. I have been walking more. I have been lifting heavier weights. I've been taking care of myself. I go to therapy. I keep my mental strong. I keep these accountability videos going because I know I need them because they help me so much. Honestly, I really think that's it. I just wanted to post this because I didn't have time to put a video together today, but I also wanted to make sure that before I leave for work, that I was accountable, that I was honest and transparent about my feelings. What does this mean about my urge to binge? I don't know. I don't know when it's going to show up again. I have no idea. That is something I'm battling with every day. And some days, most days, it's been quiet. That feeling of wanting to binge has been very quiet. But I don't think that has anything to do with me going on vacation. I don't think that has anything to do with the way I've been eating because I think I eat fairly clean. That might be subjective from person to person, but it also doesn't mean that I am trying to be better about everything I'm doing. Everything I'm doing from day 1 to where I'm at today on day 255 is a day of progress. I'm learning about the way I eat. I'm learning about the way I fast. I'm learning about how short I should refeed for or how long I should refeed for. I'm learning about how I feel mentally. I'm learning about all of these things. And the only way that I have been doing it is through practice because I keep showing up, because I keep being accountable, because I'm here sharing all of this information and being honest and transparent. I think that is what has been able, that is what, for me, that's what I've been able to do to keep myself going. That is my key to success, is showing up. When I coach people, I think that's the biggest thing I point out is to show up. Hey, you're going to have bad days, but it doesn't mean that you have to cancel or not show up, right? Because sometimes that's a thing too, where I never hear from people again. And you know what? I get what that's like. I know what it's like. But to me, I feel like if you show up and you learn from what's happened and you try again and you practice imperfect consistency, you're going to find success. When people talk about not being able to do these long fasts, like I said earlier, my question to you is, okay, well, you can still hit the timer and you can still do a short fast. Maybe then you can be more mindful about what you're eating. Maybe you can practice eating less calories, doing all of these other things, making sure you're getting your steps in, making sure you go to the gym. Make use of the calories you're consuming by doing that. Abdi with a $5 super sticker. Abdi, thank you so much for the super sticker. I don't know what it looks like just yet, but I will look at it later when I come back from work tonight. I appreciate your support. Abdi, thank you so much for always showing up here. Thank you. Thank you. Sherelle also with a $5 super sticker. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super sticker. I will look at that later as well. Thank you. Thank you all for the support. I appreciate you. Okay. I think that's really all I have today. It's not a live stream without a fit check. So again, remember, despite everything I've been going through, I want to be transparent. I want to be honest. This is a size extra large youth shirt. Actually, I just bought it today. I just came out of the wash. They have like, what is this? Popsicles and a surfboard and it's a parrot. Okay, anyway, we'll do fit check really quick. Extra large youth shirt. Again, I'm wearing a compressed shirt underneath here. These are extra small shorts. If you could see, the belt is all the way. It's almost at the last one. I mean, I could put it at the very last notch here. Oops, there's the last notch. But it just, what ends up happening is there's too much of a flap. So I kind of put it one less. Yeah, otherwise, I guess before I sign off here, I just want all of you to remember that it really isn't about perfection. It isn't about, I get it. I get that people want to see me eat less, but I think some of you have to realize that I'm just built differently. I'm 5'3" and I weigh 140 pounds, 135 pounds, right? And for some reason, I can still put down 6,000 calories. And that isn't a binge to me. That's just satiety to me. That just makes me feel full. I'm just built differently. I think people need to understand that maybe that'll change over time, but that's where I'm at right now. And what I'm doing right now is proving successful. I have been able to lose weight. I've been able to keep the weight off. Let's not forget, I did 5 months of fasting to lose the weight, but I'm almost 5 months into my maintenance phase right now. I have been maintaining this weight for almost as long as it took me to lose the 80 pounds. That's success. Going to the doctor and getting my A1C numbers back and having them be optimal numbers, that's success to me. I would rather be where I'm at right now, eating the way I'm eating, fasting the way I'm fasting, versus being where I was 255 days ago, laying on this couch, being 80 plus pounds overweight, morbidly obese, not answering texts, not doing work, throwing my life away. I would rather be where I'm at right now than where I was 255 days ago. No regrets. Zero regrets whatsoever. Mark with a $5 super chat. Love the surprise live chats, coach. You're very welcome, Mark. Have a good one. We fasting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we are. We are. Mark, thank you for the support. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I guess this makes up for the Wednesday night live stream I'm not able to make tonight because I have an event that I have to film or shoot. So hopefully this was helpful for all of you. I do not have time today to go over Q&A because I'm looking at the time right now. I need to leave because I need to get, well, pretty much downtown Chicago today because I got to shoot this event. So that's it for me. I appreciate everyone being here. Thank you for listening in. Thank you for all the support. I will see you probably Saturday is the next time I'm going to break again. So I'll probably have another video out then, but I've been putting a lot of short videos out. So hopefully you all find that helpful and useful, or at least entertaining. With that being said, there's no fancy intro or outro here because this was very last second. So I'm out of here for now. Thank you all again. Remember to respect yourself, accept yourself, love yourself. The weight on the scale doesn't define you. It never should. You're still as valuable as you are right now than you will be 6 months from now or where you were 6 months before. All right, everyone. That's it for me. Take care. I will see all of you, I guess, in a couple days. Yep. Okay. Bye.